for me.
Don't look away. Where is it? Where is she? Not again! Hey, over here! Someone without wings and razor-sharp teeth. There's a sight for sore eyes. That's me, Sathan Rendo, explorer extraordinaire. My parents are worried. Typical. My mother barely trusts me to push a broom, let alone investigate a ruin. Every time I try to make my escape, they swoop down on my head. Not to hurt me, mind you. They just sort of tussle my hair with their claws and push me back into the ruins, cooing all the while. I think they see me as some kind of a daring escape. You'll have to slay them, eh? Pity. Of course, I did see them tear an Ashlander apart as he wandered by, so I won't shed too many tears. I'll make a run for it. We can meet up west of here. Ah! The matriarch is coming! Be careful, or run straight back to Voss! Came after me? You're getting as bad as Mother. I'm not a child.
Believe me, I'd rather be bagging our crop. But you know how your mother is. She won't give me a moment's peace.
Fine. I just need a breather.
There you are. Sorry to check up on you. I knew you had the situation well in hand, but Nineveh practically kicked me out. Said not to come back without Sathan. I'm glad I won't be going back empty-handed. Attracted the attentions? Never mind. I don't want to know. I'll miss this place, but Vec knows I'm not much of a farmer. What? Oh dear. The fellow was very convincing. Caught me right before I set out to find Sathan. He wasn't much of a conversationalist, just paid me a hefty sum of gold and snatched up...
One more day, that is all I... You mean to spend some time in Voss? I wouldn't linger if I were you. You don't have scales or fur, so you should... The new wizard magistrate. When Mistress Dratha fell ill, House Telvanni put Savarak in charge of Voss. Openly? No. Some work against him in secret, but he sicks his black snail mercenaries on any... Keep your wits around Savarak. He's slippery as a slaughterfish, and twice as deadly. He's a member of House Telvanni, like Mistress Dratha. Mistress Dratha is powerful, but recluse. Technically, yes. Luckily, Mistress Dratha's mouth, Lane Sadri, has been working against him in secret. We're lucky to have her. She's one of the oldest, most powerful Telvanni counselors and the ruler of nearby Telmora, the great fungal tower just across the river. 1,000 times yes. Our mistress has a mixed reputation. Outsiders often say she is cold and calculating. We pray for her recovery every day. He's a member of House Telvanni.
Here's the deed, Lady Jidrissa.
Good. Deal with any loose ends.
Well, if it isn't my favorite loose end, time to tie it off.
Back so soon? Well, you're quite the negotiator. I trust you found a suitable property outside Voss. Jinrisa. Interesting. That envious hag never misses an opportunity to stick a thumb in Firith's eye. Listen carefully. I need you to acquire that. I suggest you use all available means. You can begin by searching the Adepts Hall in Tel Naga. I will warn you that the Adepts Hall is not open to us. Jinris has offered us a chance to double our winnings if we acquire the deed and embarrass her.
Finally, another... Sadrith Mora is so
will pay for what you've done.
Did you find the deed? I'd hate to think that clumsy wizard. Oh, no. I can't do it myself. It's not subtle or even polite. If I tell... I know I've asked a lot, trust me. Payment is forthcoming. Just offer the deed to Firith and tell him that just west of here, in a place called Hanood. Firith values his privacy, so be wary of Atronachs and traps. And don't be surprised if he's...
More visitors? I have those Atronachs out there for a reason. Can't you see there's no room? Oh, for Vex's sake, never mind. What do you want from us? Did she now? How prescient. Quite impressive, wouldn't you say, Geralt? Yes, I thought so too. I'm glad she chose to give it to me, and not that gua-faced bumbler Jinrissa. Ah, yet another social climber. How tiresome. Still, exchanging a simple endorsement for valuable property seems like quite... This should do. Now, off with you. My friends and I have pressing business. So much to do!
further requests soon. In the meantime, continue your studies.
Lord Sarah Sooth is most kind. I thank you. Ha! I recognize that swagger. You're at the greet. Excellent! I ran into Counselor Angharal just a moment ago. Totally by chance, I might add. I asked her about the potential for advancement. Well, that makes two of us. I took no pleasure in spending all that coin, but as a retainer, I'll be able to double that sum before long. Now, if you'll excuse...
Always. He is busy and in a hurry. She is always busy these days. I worry she flirts with the flames of the sun, and does not. My heart and I have barely spoken. She strains her spines both day and night, poring through tomes and hatching her schemes. Her eyes are fixed on the next rank. No, she has not. All to the good, I guess. A finless fish weakens the shoal. But enough about me. You, my...
Siema Izagi. Chyba nie zauważyłem, że jesteś. Jesteś tam jeszcze? Halo? Dawno cię nie było. Siema, tutaj jesteś, proszę. Oczywiście. Na Discordzie jesteś. Kurno, nie ma ciebie.
Always pleasure to see you, Sarah. I'm glad you dropped by. I just received a summons from the council. Typically, I'd be overjoyed. After all, I just submitted a petition for advancement to Oathman. But the council never acts on petitions this quickly. Someone's arranging. If a member of the house plans to spring a trap, I need to project strength. The councilors know you've assisted me in the past. If you appear before the mouths on my behalf, it puts the Magisters and I on equal footing. It might even save my life. Thank you, my friend. Be careful.
Kurde, szkoda, że Izaki nie zauważyłem twojej wiadomości.
Well...
matron, Magister Gothrin, opposes any further honors for the slave girl. Oh, look. The Lizard sent a representative. Such pretensions.
Approach, emissary. You may inform your benefactress, Sun in Shadow, that the Council has elected to reject her petition.
Be sure to add that all further petitions will meet the same fate. Cats and lizards have no place in our great house.
Honestly, Relassa.
Don't worry, Relassa. The emissary will give Sun and Shadow a full account of this meeting. I have no doubt. There is no greater virtue than ambition, but I'm afraid Sun and Shadow's enthusiasm has rubbed a few of our number the wrong way. Beyond the obvious? Your friend possesses a keen mind and great natural talent. But even the great House Telvanni is not above simple prejudice. The circumstances of her birth make advancement complicated. I would counsel patience, but I have no illusions. Sun and Shadow will dismiss such advice out of hand. Her dreams can only be deferred for so long. I say only this. Yes, Relassa hates practically everyone, but she's developed a particular distaste for Sun and Shadow. I can't tell if it's truly the will of Gothrin or just a personal vendetta. Both of them revile lesser races. A perfect match if ever there was one. Sun and Shadow will stand before us again. I only hope that it's for a promotion and not something less pleasant. Believe it or not, these meetings can go far.
Cakes. Come to have words with me, have you? Well, let's get it over with. I have things to do. I merely speak for Muthera Gothrin. His distaste for Sun and Shadow should come as no surprise. Beasts have no place in the house. You may want to rethink the company you keep, Outlander. Just a bit of advice. I suggest she leave Vardenfell. Travel to Daggerfall or Wayrest and join the Mages Guild. I hear they take anyone. She would fit right in. I don't hate them. I just see the truth of their nature. Argonians and Khajiit make wonderful servants, but to pretend they possess the same faculties as Mer, or even men, is absurd.
Sorry, I grew tired of waiting. I received more than a few sideward glances. Oh, I see. Maybe I was too impatient. Requested it too soon. Of course it was Relassa. That pig has hated me from the start. Gothrin's not fond of Argonians, but this is clearly personal. Would you act as my emissary once more? If you go to Tel Arun and speak to Gothrin directly, maybe I'll answer what I can, of course. Most Telvanni magisters prefer to be left alone. They dislike and mistrust each other, so they appoint mouths to handle business outside their towers. Of course, the magister's wishes and the mouths wish. Just trust me, it's better this way. If the counselors had to deal with each other directly, there would be no peace in Vardenfell. You wouldn't jam a bunch of aelids into a pen together. Mages need room to stretch. I never said House Telvanni was perfect. We take the good with the bad. When I sit on the council, I'll put things right. How's that? Yes. When I achieve the rank of Oathman, I should be able to purchase a slave. I'll free Ioki and we'll toast to our success. That is what we've been working toward, right? I know that some of this feels a little A Telvanni mage doesn't have time to be troubled. Every day I learn something new. Every day I peel back one mystery to reveal another 10 beneath it. If this is the price of that kind of discovery, I'll pay it. Oh, that came out poor. Magister Guthrin reigns over Tel Arum, the fungal tower west of here. He has a sour reputation, but remains one of the most powerful mages in Tamriel. I never had cause to work for him, but Ioki did. He doesn't like— I'd be lying if I said yes, but if there's anyone who could get through to him, it's you. Guthrin keeps a few pupils, henchmen more like.
Tel Arun's closed. You got Nick spit in your ears? Tel Arun's closed. Jog off. Yeah? Well, I need a stiff drink and a good plow, but you don't see me knocking on strangers' doors belly aching about it. Magister Guthrin's not seeing any visitors. Not today, not tomorrow, and not next week. So shove off, go-off-face. A bribe. Beck said you really want to see him, don't you? All right.
Aerith, Giravel, I've had enough of your excuses. Relassa made your task plain. Find those thieves.
I'm sorry, Magister. It will be done.
Whatever it is you want, talk to my cringing assistant.
Ah, greetings. I'm sorry you had to see that. Magister Guthrin is really quite charming once you get to know him. Honestly, he wouldn't have yelled if Relassa's little snoop, Captain Giravel, hadn't interfered. Ah, that. I'm sorry, but Relassa is determined to keep your Argonian from advancing. Typical. I should be mouth. Say, I might have an idea. The thieves Muthsera Guthrin mentioned fled to Shashpilamat, spoken like a true Telvanni. If you bring the goods to me in Sadrith Mora, I'll take credit for their safe return. Relassa's gone to great lengths to discredit me, you see. My Muthsera knows this. If I succeed, he'll see that I am the fit. Muthsera Guthrin will undoubtedly promote me to mouth. Then, in exchange for your help, I'll support your Argonian's petition. One good turn and all that. I can't wait to see the look on Relassa's face when Muthsera Guthrin strips her of her title. And the groveling. Of course. What can the future— A great many things, I'm sorry to say. They pilfered an ancient tome, a rare pendant, and a purse full of gold. Of course, my master was most aggrieved by the loss of several slaves. Strong workers, all. No, of course not. I didn't mean to assume. Truth be told, I've always been a fierce but very quiet proponent of beast rights. If you return the tome, pendant, and gold, well, I can't say for sure, but there's a good chance the missing slave stole Muthsera Gothrin's property before fleeing Tel Arun. Rope fishing? I'm sure I wouldn't know. My master has a kind and gentle disposition, but children sometimes need discipline, yes? It would really be Slave Master Arenum's prerogative. You should know by now that Telvanni alliances often start as fluid affairs. Not that our relationship is fluid. What we've got going here? Rock solid. Sun and Shadow's intentions align with my own. It only makes sense.
Take this report to Mouth Relassa.
Yes, Cap.
It's true. No rest for the weary.
Who are you? What do you want? You stink of incense and hookah smoke. Did that beast Gothran send you? We are not goods. Zashanti and her friends prepare to leave this cursed island. No more lashings, no more bitter food. Only the light of the moons drifting across the top. Bright moons. This one thanks you, Walker. We stored Gothran's trinkets in crates nearby. The smugglers will groan at their absence. Wait, what was that noise?
Greetings, Outlander. Cetera Relassa sends her regards. Gathering up these slaves on our own would have been exhausting.
No, no, no.
Damned cats! You lot are going back to Tel Arun. Move out!
You heard the captain. Get moving, Kerr.
No, Darsha will not go!
Don't kick yourself over Relassa outmaneuvering you. Trust me, you never had a chance. Of course, you didn't think she'd let that flat-headed Aerith outmix her, did you? Oh, and don't bother looking for those other stolen goods. My troops have the...
Once again, it's been a pleasure. Farewell, Sun and Shadow.
There you are. I'm glad you're back. I just had a fruitful conversation with our friend Aerith. Seems that I'm not the only one Relassa's holding back. I think it might be... I underestimated Relassa. I see that now. She plays the game far better than I do. I know how it sounds. I take no pleasure in it. It's just an unfortunate necessity. Half the Telvanni hierarchy arranged an opening at some point in their rise to power. If you deal with Relassa, I apologize, my friend. Perhaps I've gotten a bit caught up in Telvanni maneuvering. Of course, I will respect your feeling to her vices might work. Relassa has quite a love for both information and sweets. Why not give her both? Deliver these marshmallow cakes and let her know about Aerith's plot. It's a modest offering, but with...
It's the lizard's errand runner. Did she send you to kill me, I wonder? Your friend considers herself my equal, but in the end, it seems she's still just a witless slave. You've been ever so helpful in proving it. Oh, delightful! Let me guess. She sent you with a bribe? Or a gift? Or an offer of service? How delicious. Ugh. Aerith. That's hardly news. In any case, I'll take those marshmallow cakes. Funny, she knew just what to get me. Where to send her first. delicious. Oh, powdered pearl dust and sugar. What? Oh, that bitch. Poison! It burns! It burns!
Greetings, friend. You seem troubled. I did, but only because you wouldn't have done it otherwise. Balassa would have killed Ioki and me eventually. She forced my hand. A Telvanni must act or die. I hope you will consider working with me again. I admit, it was underhanded and unfair to you. I hope we can move past it, though, as friends. Come visit me sometime. I'll make it up to you. Your anger is understandable. A true Telvanni life always involves some seclusion. The higher I climb, the lower...
Thank the eight! To oblivion with these damned mages! No amount of gold is worth this kind of treatment! Sun and Shadow asked me to come measure her for a new dress. Soon after I arrived, a pack of Telvanni thugs burst through the door and dragged her off. One of them shouted something about Tel Arun. That's all I know. Please!
Hello? Anyone home? Oh, scrib jelly. I'm too late. Yes, well, I came to warn Sun and Shadow, but it seems I arrived too late. I guess I should warn you too. Oh yes, peeved. In the extreme. Magister Gothrin promoted me to mouth, but he still grieves for Rolassa. As you know, grief often gives way to anger. Pity I didn't get here sooner. I thought perhaps with time his fury might abate. I'd make all haste to tell Arun if I were you. Muthsera Gothrin respects courage. You go on ahead. I'll wait here for a bit. Best we're not seen together. No offense.
The Magister is
Eminently predictable, you and your lizard cohort. Ah, the murderer appears. I should thank you for saving me the trouble of hunting you down. Watching you peasants struggle against the... Don't waste my time with flimsy pretense. Did you really think you could kill my mouth and get away with it? I see all. Your clumsy intrigue is no exception. If you... That doesn't absolve you from blame. It just makes you sound stupid. I have no patience for stupidity. Magister O'Thery made a discovery some weeks ago. A relic, or some dwarven device, perhaps. He refuses to share the details, so I am compelled to take those details by force. Steal his notes from Tel Naga and deliver them to my new mouth, Aerith. That depends on what information you retrieve. If it's useful, we can discuss the terms of the lizard's freedom. That's as much of a promise as you'll get from me. Be grateful I am giving you a...
I could give you a song. Oh, don't mind the big... You look a bit lost.